perform the critical maneuvering that will allow very huge or big ships that bring rice, because rice is a voluminous commodity that comes in huge volume. I'm talking about 35 to 40,000 metric tons, okay, per vessel. And so making sure we have the quality of marine pilots and technicians to ensure that despite the challenge with the port, uh, we did not reach a situation that rice vessels could not come in. So that was one thing. The second thing we did was to look at the process of handling the rice, discharging the rice from the vessel to the quay, and making it available for the import of rice to get it in his warehouse. All right. Traditionally, we have used a method that involves a sling. A sling basically is a net which we put into the hatch, and we fill it with 100 bags of 2.5 kg.
Okay.
And that lifts uh, 2.5 metric tons of rice from the hole to a waiting truck. All right. You have to make several lift about 6 times for the crane in order to fill the truck for the truck to go. A very slow process. For example, if you look at a crane that could lift around 38 to 40 tons, using that crane to lift just 2.5, it tells you how underutilized the capacity of that crane was, and then how slow the process was, and also how much time it would take, how long a vessel would stay discharging just one shipment of rice. But the new process, after looking at a comparative study globally at other terminals where rice is handled, we came up with a rice spreader. This new modern technology has the capacity of taking 6 jumbo bags, and each of those jumbo bags carrying 1.25 metric tons of rice, which means that we are taking around 7.5 metric tons, 3 times what we were using or what we were lifting with the old method. And this has also led to us reducing the port stay by half. We're looking at a typical rice vessel taking minimum 3 weeks to a month. Minimum, because of a factor we do not control. In Liberia, there's a lot of rain. When there is the rainy season, rice being a sensitive, weather sensitive cargo, the discharge process is hugely impacted, meaning it's significantly slowed down. This is because every time there is a rain or rain cloud, the captains will have to shut the hatch, bringing that whole operation to a standstill until the rain stops, the weather clears, and the instruments are telling them, then they will resume the process. And so for us to be able to do that, we had to work with the partners who are the rice importers, the truckers. We work with the Ministry of Commerce, and of course the National Rice Stabilization Task Force, all of our partners. It's something that we did to collaborate and engage all of the help and support that we need. And all of these people were generous to lend us their support in order to make this happen.
Now, there are some critics who think that the recent increase was as a result of some increase in your charges to as an agency. How true is it?
Thank you very much. I want to categorically say that the increase in the price of rice is in no way done by APM terminals or as a result of APM terminals. As a matter of fact, in 2021 and 2022, we have not increased our handling charges for rice in Liberia. All right. So if you take a look at the process before the government could reach the point of making that pronouncement, there has been a rigorous process of stakeholders engagement with all of the partners. They have a systematic process that they had to go through, and one of the key considerations is the need to make rice available. And to clarify further, Sober, increasing of price of rice or any other commodity in Liberia on the market has nothing to do with APM terminal. There are stakeholders who are responsible for that, and they have their own factors that that goes beyond just the import that they take into consideration before reaching such a decision.
Okay. So that had nothing absolutely to do with you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Now, let's look into your closet of corporate social responsibility. How are you giving back, and what are you giving back?
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a good question. APM Terminal Liberia, we are uh, here, as I said, to enable the Liberian economy through innovative port services. And to do this, we rely greatly on our partners, our stakeholders, our supporters, who are both in the public and the private sector. We cannot succeed in achieving our goal and our mandate without their support. We're talking about the LRA, the NPA, the Ministry of Commerce. We're talking about the customs brokers, the shipping lines, the importers and the exporters. We talk to everybody who can help us. Now, when it comes to giving back to the people of Liberia, we have gone into several corporate social responsibilities like supporting the children. We gave scholarship to children. And during that process, we gave school bags, backpacks with copybooks and pencils for the kids to go to school. It's an opportunity for less fortunate children to have access to education that will prepare them to become leaders of tomorrow, prepare them to become the next head of commercial for the port of Monrovia, for the APM terminal tomorrow. That will become, just name it, whosoever that can contribute to Mama Liberia. And beyond that, we also give back to the community. The terminal has a lot of communities close to it, and on the island, there is this serious situation of acute flooding. When the rains start, the people are faced with a lot of flood, which can impact their health, which can impact the way they live. And so we, on a regular basis, embark upon a campaign called the Go Green, where we go into the community and we work with the people, not just to clean the drainage, but we also make sure that they are involved in this process, and the tools that we use, we make sure it is left with them so that they can sustain the process. We also support the national county sports meet, which is something that unifies the republic. And in this, we are also supporting reading for the children. And these are just initiatives that APM Terminus Liberia does in its corporate social responsibility to Liberia.
Talking about the schools, Mr. Moore, how many of the schools are you reaching?
Thank you very much. We have a process that it's approved by our internal compliance, and there is a checklist of criteria that a school that will benefit must meet, and we put that out publicly, and we have schools that will apply, and they are vetted through a rigorous process, a standardized process, because we have a committee set apart to do this. And at the end of the day, the schools that meet this, not less than two schools, and we have up to three or more schools that participate. And based on their eligibility, as a result of these criteria, we are able to sponsor kids. And it's not a matter of sponsorship that we do for just one semester, but it is a continuous process that we want to see the children through their academic sojourn. Because, for example, if a parent is unable to pay the fees that will keep the kid in school today. What happens tomorrow if that parent is still not having the capacity? We've helped the kid today to go to school today, but tomorrow also it's a question that remains unanswered. And so to answer that question, we make sure that the kids will always have the opportunity to go on to school. It's a continuous process.
Now, what are you trying to? Yes, I know you are, seeking the education of the young people, but you are also in the communities that you indicated, and just recently you contributed to the county sports meet. What are you really hoping to achieve by doing all of this?
Thank you very much. So, when you talk about modernizing the port, developing our people who are Liberians like myself, all right, and giving back to the community, sponsoring kids in school, sponsoring the national county sports meet. What we are trying to do is to bring value to not just the port but to the people of Liberia.
Try to bring value to them. Now, before we open the lines, let's talk about the training program you made reference to. How many individuals benefited from the training?
Thank you very much. So, APM terminals, we have what we call globally the Lane Academy. The Lane is a program of continuous improvement that can help us build capacity of our people.
Okay.
If you have heard about Six Sigma, the Lane is a part of that process of continuous improvement to increase customer experience, to increase productivity. All right, so this is ongoing. It's a continuous process. We train our people for 6 levels, and we start from level 1 to level 6, and it is exposed to all of our employees. All of our employees. And so,
All the employees of APN Terminal.
all interns that come to the terminal to learn, they also are exposed to this program.
Okay. Now, so what do you train them in?
We train them in various processes. Apart from the Lean Academy, a little bit more on that Lean training. We believe that the success of each and every individual person at APN Terminal is as important as the success of APN Terminals Liberia as a whole. And this training is not just an internal training that after APM Terminal you cannot use it anywhere. You can use it anywhere in any setting. It applies to your life. And anywhere your CV reflects that you have gone through this Lean training, it makes you marketable. All right. So we also have a re-equip training for equipment operators. All of the heavy equipment that you see operating in the port, handling containers and cargo, we have people here locally, I mean Liberians that were trained for that, who are training our people to operate the big trucks, the reach stackers, and every type of container handling equipment. We also have functional training. For example, if you have people in operations, they have training related to operation. People that are in, say, commercial, we have training related to commercial, just to build people's capacity. We also have the short-term training. So after we have trained you and given you the tools to do your work efficiently, we like to give you some exposure.
Okay.
Go out across the world to some of our other terminal sister ports and see the same thing that you are doing here in your role, in your function, how it is done there. What changes you can see that will stimulate you, that will inspire you to come back and innovate further. So these are things that we do. In some cases, we bring in other people from other terminals to come share their knowledge with our people.
Okay. Now, as part of your mandate, like you said, to modernize the port and help in the running, in the operation of the port, what didn't you do right this year, 2022? You intend to do right in 2023.
Thank you, Sorbor. Um, I believe there is always room for improvement. And improvement is a journey, not an event. And we as a terminal want to amplify what we are doing to improve, to make sure that the public is kept abreast. Maybe we have been a little bit I would say, humble about what we do. But we need to inform the people of Liberia what is happening in the port. And this, for example, is a golden opportunity
Sure.
to let people know what we do. And for that, I'm grateful to not only you, but to the management of EABC to let the Liberian people be informed. So we did some, but it's not to the level. The fact that there are people out there that still don't know who APM terminal is, for example, or what we do in the port, or who cannot distinguish between APM terminal and the National Port Authority. So we intend to go beyond just looking at internal improvement, but to also make sure that people are well aware of what we are doing and how they can also take advantage of the opportunity.
Mr. Commercial Manager, what's your message to, before I open the lines, your message to your staff?
Thank you very much. I want to encourage and inspire my staff that whatever you are doing in your role, in your capacity, is part of our global goal of improving life for all by integrating the word. And as such, every single box that you move is contributing to helping to get goods from around the globe to somebody here in Liberia who is in need of it. And that whatever box that you move will help to put a smile on the face of a kid that is waiting to receive his toy. Somebody in the remotest village in Nimba County, Lufa County, in the southeastern, across the nation to have access to goods and services. And so you need to do it with the same dedication and commitment. This is my message to my staff.
0776 540 987, or better still, 0880 514 096. Again, 0880 514 096, or better still, 0776 540 987. That's the numbers to call, and you are live on the SMS this morning. Our guest here is Mr. Summers Moore. Mr. Moore is the head of commercials at the APM terminals. Again, 0776 540 987, or better still, 0880 514 096. That's the number to call, and you are live on the SMS. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, morning.
Yes, sir. Hello? It seems this caller is not ready. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Let's hear from you. Okay.
Let me appreciate this, guys. For the question you put up before you, the examiner has been taking back for 25 years. And how many years they have not been there from the time you became a manager of the SAP? Then what the examiner is doing towards the citizen of Liberia? Thank you so much.
Okay, many thanks. Let's take this call on the line. Good morning. I hope you are taking notes. Good morning. Okay, this call is off the line. 0776 540 987, or better still, 0880 514 096. That's the numbers to call, and you are live this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Yeah, I go by the name of Shaka Bobby Biddy Zulu, political mechanic. I'm great. Thank you, Mr. Sabajo, for the show. But my concern has to do with goods that are coming within the country, from different constituents and around the world. what are they doing to evaluate these books? Sometimes we find out that, books come through the port, through the terminal, and then they are expired. They come to the county in the southeast, and then they are not up to the standard, even through the borderlines. What are they doing, to be able to make sure that, books that are coming in the country, they are being, evaluated
Okay.
and then good for consumption of the market.
Okay, many thanks. Let me take this caller. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, my name is Michael Josh. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Dr. Moore. He spoke very well. NPA, I work with NPA terminal. We are pointed out the red. As I speak currently, we don't point out at the terminal. I really admire the rules and regulations. They are very, very concrete. The UI is clean and tidy up. Yeah, I follow the NPA terminal very well. Yeah, they know everything in order, everything in place.
Okay, many thanks. 0776 540 987, or better still, 0880 514 096. That's the number to call and to alive on the SMS this morning. Again, 0880 514 096. That's the number to call and you are live. In the meantime, let's see here you are responding to. Let me take this call first. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yes, Alexander Page calling from Maryland County.
Let's hear from you, sir.
Yeah, want to say thanks to your studio guest in studio. He spoke well. And I actually want to know what is the role of the APM terminal that we understand we have the Port of Harbour, the Port of Buchanan, and other subports in Liberia. So I want your studio guest to tell us what is the role of the APM terminal at the Harbour port and the other local ports in Liberia.
Okay, many thanks, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
This is Anthony Youngren from NTA.
Let's hear from you.
I could hear sometimes ago about the gangway train or crane. And since that time was spoken about, we are again, cannot hear how far they are. And so can you explain about the gangway crane? Thank you.
Okay, let's see what we can take this other caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Saba, and good morning to your video guest.
Okay,
This is me, Ashton Bapu, this is Farmer.
let's hear from you.
Yes, Saba, let me say thank you to your video guest for the exploration. But I have a concern. Every time when our people bring continuum, meaning for our people from America, when they bring continuum, they always say to us that it's only difficult to pass through the Indian terminal. So I want to know what really the cost of continual clearing our goods and services from that port to the Indian terminal. Thank you very much.
Many thanks. Let me take this call on this line. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. We can continue with you on the line. Let's take this other caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Hello?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yeah. How are you, man? I want to say thanks to your studio guest. Hello?
Yes, you are live. Go right ahead.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to the studio guest. And I want to say thanks to the Liberian government, too, for the system.
Okay. Okay. He's already made his point. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, let's hear from you.
Okay, my name is Kaja.
I think this caller is not ready. We'll take one more call and then we'll go back to our studio guests to respond to those concerns. 0776 540 987. Better still, 0880 514 096. That's the number to call and you are live on the SMS. In the meantime, Mr. Moore can respond to those concerns.
Thank you, Sorbor. I'll start with the first caller from Lofa County. I have been with the APM terminal in my role for 2 years now, and he also wanted to know.
Let me just take the last caller quickly
Sure.
before we
morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm Chilega B. William calling from the Habel End.
Yes.
Thank you to the still guest. I want to know how it's like when it comes to the employment and helping the Liberian people because I want to see what problem facing Liberia job empowerment. So
Okay. Okay. Yes, go ahead and respond.
Thank you. So I was responding to him, and he wants to know what we are doing for the people of Liberia. In our capacity as the partner of the National Port Authority running the Freeport container handling operations, we are definitely aware that this is at the heart of the nation's economy, and we will spare no investment possible. We are improving not just our operational capacity and equipment, but we are developing and training our people. We are also going out to do corporate social responsibility, helping the communities, helping the kids in school, as well as sponsoring a council meeting. The second caller mentioned evaluating of goods. This is the role of the Liberia Revenue Authority, the LRA, through the customs. So I'll let them to handle that. The third caller has to do with he wants to understand his he basically was thankful, and I want to appreciate him for that, and also appreciate all of the callers who have appreciated what we do, and I want to say indeed hats off, because this will motivate us to do more. Alex from Maryland talked about our role with respect to the other ports of Liberia. All of the other ports in Liberia, Greenville, Harper, Buchanan, for honor the National Port Authority, and so it is the NPA that determines. But our concession with the National Port Authority is for modernizing and operation of the Freeport of Monrovia. That's the Jan Kona also mentioned gantry crane. All right, so crane actually is one of the key things. We do not have a show crane in Monrovia in the history of NPA, and APM terminal started, and we now have started to procure 2 mobile harbor cranes, and those 2 mobile harbor cranes are expected in the Republic of Liberia in the Port of Monrovia by Q3 of 2023. And so by this time next year, we will have 2 new cranes, mobile harbor crane, Liber 600 class cranes, modern cranes.
So what would that mean for the port?
It means that there will be no more limitation that any ship coming here must have a crane on board. It means that the bigger and the modern ships can come here. It means that we will have access to any kind of vessel bringing any kind of goods and services that the people of Liberia will need without limitation.
Okay. A caller, the last caller, I think, asked whether you are also providing some job opportunities.
Absolutely. So at APM Terminal, we are open to providing opportunity, in addition to just bringing in interns from time to time to come to learn our processes and experience what we do. We also have other programs like the graduate training program that was publicized, that young people, young graduates can come and apply and join the APM terminal and learn hands-on experience the processes of handling cargo at the port. And also anytime you can go on our website www.apmterminals.com, and you go to careers, and you can go to vacancy and filter to Africa, Liberia, and check based on your interest for what type of job you want to do in the Freeport of Monrovia with APMT.
He's Mr. Summers Moore, the head of commercials at the APM terminal. Mr. Moore, we really want to appreciate you for taking time off a busy schedule to appear this morning on the SMS.
Thank you very much, Sober. I want to also thank you for the opportunity and the interest in what we do and to afford the Liberian people the opportunity. Once again, thanks to you and to the management and of the Liberia Broadcasting System. I want to say season's greetings to the people of Liberia. I want to say thanks to my management and staff for the opportunity to be able to represent them and talk about what we do and be assured that we will always be willing to come and talk to the people of Liberia should they have questions that we can provide answers for.
Okay. Well, then just I'll go home on this presentation of the SMS. Join us that tomorrow morning on behalf of Anthony Damawai, the man on camera, and my indefatigable, illustrious and hardworking producer, the man Melvin Stewart. Sorbor George is my name. Thanks for listening. We'll be tomorrow, God willing. But don't forget the Liberia Broadcasting System will be honoring its hard-working employees at a major awards night. That is on Wednesday, the 21st of December. But you're going to enter based on your invite. But it's going to be